Hello, everybody. Today we discuss the second part of the lesson's 27th second exercise, the Satipaṭṭhānasutta, and we'll jump right into it. Anisito ja viharati na chakinji loke upadiyati evampi bhikkave bhikkhu kaye kayanupassi viharati. And he lives unattached, not clinging to anything in the world. Evampi bhikkave, yes. He thus, and even thus, O monks, a monk dwells observing body in the body. Punachaparang bhikkave bhikkhu gaccanto va gacchami pajanati tito va titum hiti pajanati nisinho va nisinhom hiti pajanati sayano va sayanom hiti pajanati yatha yatha va panasakayo panihito hoti tata tata nam pajanati iti acchattang va kaye kayanupassi viharati natcha kinjiloki upadiyati evampi bhikkave bhikkhu kaye kayanupassi viharati. Moreover, a monk or monks while going, he understands I'm going, or standing, he understands I'm standing, or sitting or seated, he understands I'm seated, or while lying down, he understands I'm lying down, or whichever way he disposes or he held his body, in that way he understands this. Thus he dwells observing the body in the body internally and so on, and he doesn't cling to anything in the world. Thus even for monks, a monk dwells observing a body in observing the body in the body. Katancha bhikkave bhikkhu vedanasu vedananupassi viharati. And how, O monks, a monk dwells observing sensations in sensations. Veda bhikkave bhikkhu sukham vedanang vedayamano sukham vedanang vedayamiti tipajanati dukkam vedanang vedayamano dukkam vedanang vedayamiti pajanati atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamano atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Here, O monks, a monk, while feeling pleasant sensations, he understands I'm feeling pleasant sensations. While feeling unpleasant sensations, he understands I'm feeling unpleasant sensations. Atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamano atdukkama sukham vedayamiti pajanati. So while feeling neither unpleasant nor pleasant sensations, he understands I'm feeling neither pleasant nor unpleasant sensations. Samisang va sukham vedanang vedayamano samisang sukham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Niramisang va sukham vedanang vedayamano niramisang sukham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Samisang va dukkham vedanang vedayamano samisang dukkham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Niramisang va dukkham vedanang vedayamano niramisam dukkham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Samisang va atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamano samisang atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Niramisang va atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamano niramisang atdukkama sukham vedanang vedayamiti pajanati. Furthermore, or he while feeling yeah, carnal, pleasant sensations. He understands, I feel carnal pleasant sensations. And while feeling, well, non-carnal or spiritual, or free from sensual desires, pleasant sensation, he understands he's feeling pleasant sensations free from sensual desire. The same goes for unpleasant sensation and also for neither unpleasant nor pleasant sensations. Iti achatang va vedanasu vedananupassi viharati pahitta va vedanasu vedananupassi viharati achatta pahitta va vedanasu vedananupassi viharati samudaya tammanupassi vedanasu viharati vaya tammanupassi va vedanasu viharati samudaya vaya tammanupassi va vedanasu viharati atti vedanati va panassasati Patrapatita hoti yavadeva jnanamattaya patisatimattaya anisitocha viharati nacha kinchiloki upadiyati evam ko bhikkave bhikkhu vedanasu vedananupassi viharati. So thus he dwells observing the feelings, or thus he dwells observing the feelings in the feelings internally, externally, internally and externally, and he dwells in this, or he dwells in the sensations, observing the nature of arising, of passing, arising and passing. Or now his awareness, his mindfulness is established. This is feeling or sensation, to the extent that for bare knowledge, or as far as only for bare knowledge or for continuous mindfulness. And he lives unattached, not clinging to anything in the world. Thus, indeed, O bhikkhus, or monks, a monk dwells observing feeling in the feelings. Katancha bhikkave bhikkhu chitte chittanupassi viharati, ida bhikkave bhikkhu saragam va chittam chittanti pajanati, vitaragam va chittam chittanti pajanati, sadosang va chittam chittanti pajanati, vitadosang va chittam chittanti pajanati, samohang va chittam chittanti pajanati, vitamohang va chittam chittanti pajanati, Sankittang va chittanti pajanati, vikittang va chittanti pajanati, mahakkatang va chittanti pajanati, amahakkatang va chittanti pajanati, sauttarang va chittanti pajanati, anuttarang va chittanti pajanati, samahitang va chittanti pajanati, Asamahitang va chittanti pajanati, vimuttang va chittanti pajanati, avimuttang va chittanti pajanati. And iti achatang, okay, maybe until here. And how monks does a monk dwell observing the mind in the mind? Here, amongst the monk, like there's a mind with passion, and he understands there's a mind with passion. Without passion, he understands the same. With and without anger, he understands this mind. He understands this mind with or without bewilderment or delusion. He understands a contracted mind as a contracted mind, a diffused mind as a diffused mind, elevated mind as an elevated mind, a non-elevated mind. He understands there's non-elevated mind. Inferior mind, he understands there's an inferior mind, and superior mind, he understands there's superior mind. Concentrated and unconcentrated mind, he understands that he understands this respectively, and also he understands there's or when there's a liberated mind, he understands there's a liberated mind, or there's an unliberated mind, then he understands there's an unliberated mind. Iti achatang va chitte chittanupassi viharati, pahitta va chitte chittanupassi viharati, achatta pahitta va chitte chittanupassi viharati, samudaya tammanupassi va chittasming viharati, vaya tammanupassi va chittasming viharati, samudaya vaya tammanupassi va chittasming viharati, Aticittanti va panasasati patrupatita hoti yavadeva jnanamattaya parisatimattaya anisitocha viharati natchakinchiloki padiyati evam ko bhikkave bhikkhu chitte chittanupassi viharati. Thus he dwells observing the mind, or thus he dwells observing the mind in the mind, internally, externally, internally and externally, and he dwells in the mind, observing it, observing the nature of arising, of passing, and as well as the nature of arising and passing. And or now his mindfulness is established. There is mind as far as only as far as for the sake of bare knowledge and for the sake of continuous mindfulness, and he dwells unattached and not clinging to anything in the world. Thus a monk dwells observing the mind in the mind. All right, today up to here. Ponadasanaya Tapabhavaya Subham Mangalam.